Good evening, it's Saturday the 15th of February, it's just past 6 o'clock and welcome to our weekly Saturday evening news programme. And in the news this week, the way that the public access Dorset County Hospital's emergency department will change shortly. Main construction of the Trust's new emergency and critical care unit on the former Damer School site will begin in March. The scheme is part of the government's new hospital programme. In order to keep the emergency services running smoothly during the building work, the way that the public access the hospital's existing emergency department will change. From the 3rd of March, people arriving at the current emergency department on foot or by car will access the department via South Wing Entrance 1. That's the old courtyard entrance with the two entrances, one in each corner. They will enter a dedicated area where the emergency department staff will continue to ensure patients receive the most appropriate care. Ambulances will arrive at the existing emergency department via a new blue light vehicle-only access road off of Damers Road, and they will go round the existing construction site. And all of this has been agreed and discussed fully with South Western Ambulance Trust to ensure things happen smoothly. The Trust is updating signage on and around the hospital site, and parking outside South Wing Entrance 1 is being reconfigured to allow emergency department drop-off spaces to be created. There will still be chemotherapy bays and disabled parking bays in the courtyard area. The setup of the parking barrier system at the Williams Avenue entrance is being reviewed, and once the changes are in place in March, they will closely monitor to make sure anyone visiting the emergency department can get through without being delayed. So all progress happening there with the new emergency department for Dorset County Hospital. In a statement this week, plans by Dorset Council to introduce an evening and overnight parking charge in council-run car parks has been paused. The statement read, having listened to initial concerns from councillors and the public, it is clear the introduction of such changes would not be decided until a thorough review of all parking services has taken place. This review will commence as soon as possible and may take anything up to 6 to 9 months, as it will need to involve engagement with residents, business owners and local members. This will give us a better, this is the statement, this will give us a better understanding of charging trends in car park usage, how the location of our car parks affect parking behaviour, and the impact of all parking charges on residents, visitors and local businesses. Therefore, we will not be progressing the introduction of the evening and overnight parking charges at this time. We will keep everyone informed as to the progress of the parking review, including when they can contribute in the process. So no overnight parking charges at the moment, still parking free from 6 o'clock in the evening. Now, staying with Dorset Council, Dorset Council's budget of £407.2 million for the next year, 2025-26, has been approved by councillors at a full council meeting on the 11th of February. With substantial investment earmarked for essential frontline council services which local residents and businesses rely on. Councils are required by law to set a balanced budget with expenditure equal to revenue. Dorset Council faces rising pressure on services, for example, with the growing number of older people in Dorset who need social care support. The additional cost of service delivery next financial year is expected to put an extra burden of £83.4 million on the council. Due to the national funding formula set by government for councils, Dorset is heavily dependent on council tax for funding of essential services that it provides. Council tax will increase next year by just under 5%, 3% plus 2% for the adult social care precept. The increase is equivalent to £1.91 extra per week for a Band D property. As a means of managing costs into the future, the council has developed a transformation plan to streamline council operations, including increased use of technology, better customer service, closer working with communities and lower operating costs. Over the coming years, these changes will result in a slimmer council with fewer staff. Dorset Council continues to provide a range of support for those residents hardest hit by the cost of living, including additional support for low-income households. This includes a revised council tax reduction scheme, which came into effect on the 1st of April 2024, allowing eligible working-age households to claim up to 100% of their council tax bill. You can find out more about where the council's money comes from and how they spend it on their website, which is dorsetcouncil.gov.uk/r-budget-explained. There we go, something that affects us all, the council tax payment. Now, officers from Dorset Police are issuing the images of 6 women they would like to identify as they investigate thefts from a store in Weymouth. Between 11:30 and 11:45 on Wednesday the 29th of January, 6 women were seen to enter the Matalan store in the Jubilee Close retail park and made off without paying for several hundreds of pounds worth of stock. Police Constable Rob Rofe of Dorset Police said, "We are investigating these thefts and we are now in a position to release CCTV images of 6 women we are looking to identify as part of our inquiries. I would urge anyone who recognises them to please get in touch." So if you recognise any of those people in the photos, get in touch with Dorset Police. I'll give you the contact details shortly. Now, staying with Dorset Police, officers are appealing for witnesses to come forward after a reported suspicious fire in a shed in Weymouth. At around 3:20 p.m. on Thursday the 13th of February, it's alleged that a shed was set on fire in Farwell Crescent. Officers attended and a 45-year-old man from Weymouth was arrested on suspicion of arson with intent to endanger life. He's been released on police bail while inquiries continue. Police Constable Harry Chaplin of Weymouth Police said, "Thankfully nobody was injured, but significant damage was caused to the shed and the contents inside of it. I'm appealing to anyone who saw or heard any suspicious activity in the area around the relevant time to please get in touch." Now, the numbers for Dorset Police, as always, it is 101. That's the non-emergency number, 101. And if you wish to give any information anonymously, you can do this via the Crime Stoppers charity, 0800 555 111. That's 0800 555 111. Now, Dorset Police has launched a recruitment drive for volunteer police cadet leaders to join the force and to help make an instrumental difference in young people's lives in the county. The force has 5 cadet units in Blandford Forum, Bournemouth, Poole, Christchurch and Weymouth. Each cadet unit offers a unique and exciting opportunity for teenagers aged 13 to 17 to learn about the law, police procedures and specialist police units. They also develop various skills including communication, interpersonal and teamwork, which will be invaluable for their future. A team of volunteers is needed to help run the scheme and provide an environment for young people to serve their community through volunteering and act as ambassadors for the force. They're seeking new cadet leaders for all cadet units, but especially want to hear from people interested in Bournemouth, Broadstone and Weymouth. So Bournemouth, Broadstone and Weymouth in particular. Leaders do not need previous police experience, but must be interested in helping young people achieve their best and reach their full potential. The role includes running weekly meetings, supporting outdoor activities and policing events. Assistant Chief Officer Joe Mosley said it only takes one adult to change one young person's life forever, and this is why we are recruiting more people to join our cadet leader team. I encourage anyone interested in giving something back to the community to visit our force website to learn more. Now, cadet leader Suzanne Millwood, who you can see in the picture, joined Dorset Police as a cadet leader in 2019 when Cadets in Dorset started in its current format. Suzanne said, "I was a cadet as a teenager and felt it helped me to grow as a young person. Over the years, I've met many cadet leaders from different walks of life. I've watched young people start as shy 13-year-olds and leave as confident young adults. For me, being able to guide in a small way a young person, especially those that have not had or have an easy ride in life, is the biggest reward for this voluntary position." Now, you can apply to become a Dorset Police Cadet Leader by going to the Dorset Police website and searching for Volunteer Cadet Leader. Or if you want more information or a chat with somebody before applying, drop an email to cadets@dorset.pnn.police.uk. That's cadets at dorset.pnn.police.uk. Now, the coroner for Dorset is seeking the assistance of the public to find any family members of a man who's died recently in Weymouth. Stephen Simister, who was 63 years old and lived in Hamilton Close, died in Weymouth on Sunday the 9th of February. The coroner's officer, Sarah Harrison, has said, "We are not treating the death as suspicious. However, we have not been able to locate any members of his family. If anyone has any knowledge of his family members, please contact the coroner's office as soon as possible on 01202 794 288. Now, that's Stephen Simister, who was 63 years old and lived in Hamilton Close, and it died on Sunday the 9th of February. If anyone knows any information about his family members or next of kin. Excuse me. Now, imagine sitting in a real Roman amphitheatre, hearing the roar of the crowd around you and witnessing Roman gladiators fighting in the area. Now, you can experience this for free at Dorchester's spectacular Roman Festival on Saturday the 12th and Sunday the 13th of April during the school Easter holidays. This amazing, unmissable new festival will be hosted in the iconic Roman amphitheatre of Maunbury Rings in Dorchester. Visitors of all ages will get to train like a gladiator, witness gladiator fighting, make mosaics, take part in Roman ceremonies, march with Roman soldiers, see real Roman finds and interact with Roman living historians. In addition to the activities in Maunbury Rings, there will also be a Roman Dorchester guided walks, tours and talks to book over the weekend, including on Friday the 11th of April. Many of these additional events are being hosted by Dorset Museum and Art Gallery, who are a key partner in the festival. The whole town is getting involved in the festival. Dorchester Arts will be showing the film Carry On Cleo on the Saturday night. Shire Hall Museum will be running a Roman crime and punishment trial on the Friday and Saturday. There will be a fee for joining in with some of the activities, but they all really will bring to life Dorchester's Roman history. As part of the festival, you can expect 2 live hour-long gladiator shows each day. Excuse me. By Britannia Reenactment Society at Maunbury Rings. The afternoon show will include fake blood. The morning one will have no fake blood for those who are a bit more squeamish. It's not all fighting and marching, though. There will be a Roman god and goddess area where you will be able to make flower crowns, dress like a Roman god or goddess, and play Roman games. There will be food and drink stalls on site and Roman treasure to take a look at. The festival is being coordinated by Dorchester Joint Heritage Committee and Dorchester Tourism Partnership with funding from Dorchester Town Council. The festival coincides with the fantastic new Gladiator exhibition at Dorset Museum and Art Gallery, and this exhibition runs from the 25th of January, so it's already started, through to the 11th of May, and showcases iconic objects like the Colchester vase depicting a real gladiatorial battle, and the Hawkenden helmet, the only confirmed gladiator armour from Roman Britain. These artefacts, along with others, reveal the violent spectacles that entertain the public and underscore the significance of gladiators in Roman culture. The exhibition also features finds from Maunbury Rings in Dorchester. Now, if you keep an eye on the website, discoverdorchester.co.uk, so that's discoverdorchester.co.uk, and their social media channels, full details of the festival with all the timings and schedule will be available very soon. Now, young people across Dorset are being urged to have their say and help make their community safer. An online survey is now open to shape the future of the pioneering Pineapple Project that aims to keep young women and girls in Dorset safer. People aged 11 to 25 are encouraged to answer questions about their experiences of feeling safe when out and about in the community. Through previous surveys, the Pineapple Project has successfully used young people's feedback to shape the support and services on offer to increase safety in the community. The Pineapple Project uses both traditional and innovative safeguarding methods to address the risks faced by young women. The project provides places in the community and individual volunteer community guardians who girls and young women can turn to. These guardians are often based in local shops, offering help and a place where young young women and girls can go if they feel unsafe. The project also focuses on prevention and education, helping to increase awareness and create lasting change. Now, the Pineapple Project is currently established in Weymouth, Portland, Swanage and Dorchester. And based on feedback from young people, they will be exploring the opportunity to expand across other areas in Dorset. As the project grows and moves into new areas, young people's voices and feelings are more important than ever. While the project primarily focuses on harm affecting young women, this survey seeks insights from all young people. The findings will inform both the Pineapple Project's future work and Dorset Council's broader safeguarding strategies. The online survey is quick and accessible, taking just 3 or 4 minutes to do. And you can find it by searching for the Pineapple Project Young Person Safety Survey. More information on the Pineapple Project is available at dorsetcouncil.gov.uk/pineapple-project. And finally, in our headlines this week, the beach levelling works being carried out by Weymouth Town Council on Weymouth Beach have gone well and have concluded ahead of schedule. The beach was reopened to the public at lunchtime on Thursday this week. Since Monday, diggers have been out on the stretch of sand between the pavilion and up to the Jubilee Clock. They have been moving sand around that gets pushed further up the beach over the winter and levelling out ahead of the town's busy holiday season. These are annual works that are carried out now when the spring tide exposes more of the beach to work on. Storms and high tides do move the sand around, so it's vital work help keep the beach in order and helps it recover to ensure it's ready for residents to enjoy, as well as the arrival of the seasonal tenants, including the kiosks, attraction sites and heritage attractions in March. As part of the works, a sandbank has been deliberately built up along the shoreline as part of an improved approach to beach levelling. This measure is designed to protect the newly levelled sand from being eroded by any late winter storms and to allow the sand behind it to settle properly. The sandbank will naturally subside over time, and they are asking people to avoid disturbing it. Now, I wish them luck with that, because I'm sure if they've made a nice sandbank all the way along, people will be along there kicking it. But it's there for a purpose. It's there to stop the sand being moved by any late winter storms. The Town Council finally would like to thank everyone for their patience while the work has been taking place this week. And that's the end of our headlines this week. It's now time in this week's programme to go over to Andrew Wright for this week's film review and preview.
Welcome to White Regis TV film review and preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This weekend, Captain America: Brave New World is released in cinemas. The film is the 35th film, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the 4th Captain America film, and a continuation to the 2021 Disney Plus miniseries, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The film stars Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, who was the Falcon in Captain America: Winter Soldier, and then in Civil War, Avengers: Age of Ultron, and then through Infinity War and Endgame, and then at the end of Endgame, Steve Rogers gave Sam the shield, and then Falcon and Winter Soldier was all about him earning the right to wield the shield, and so now he's Captain America. The film revolves around Sam finding himself in the middle of an international incident and a nefarious global plot. The film also stars Harrison Ford as President Thaddeus Ross, who will transform into the Red Hulk in the film, as he takes over the role from the late William Hurt, who previously played the role in The Incredible Hulk, and then in Captain America: Civil War, Avengers: Infinity War, and then Black Widow. Also starring in Brave New World is Danny Ramirez, Carl Lumley, Giancarlo Esposito, and Tim Blake Nelson. And there's a lot of MCU bit of universe stuff going on in this, like the celestial Tiamat's body from Eternals being a source of adamantium, and Tim Blake Nelson's Hulk villain, the leader, coming back, and then there's obviously Red Hulk. So there's a lot going on. So far, the film has received very 50-50 reviews from critics. From what I've seen, audiences like general audiences like it. But so don't let negative reviews deter you from seeing the film. Captain America: Brave New World is in cinemas now, so go check it out. Also released in cinemas this weekend is the horror slasher film Heart Eyes. The film stars Olivia Holt and Mason Gooding and revolves around two people who work together that are mistaken as a couple on Valentine's Day by a serial killer who has been travelling the US and killing one couple a year on Valentine's Day. The film opened last weekend in the US to positive reviews from critics who praised the film's mixture of gory slasher and sweet rom-com. It's rated 18, so that should tell you what you need to know about the gore. Heart Eyes is in UK cinemas this weekend. That's all I have for this week, but be sure to check back next week, where I'm actually really excited to be reviewing Paddington in Peru, because I watched the first two Paddington films for the first time at the beginning of the year. I really liked them, so now better get in the studio.
Thank you very much, Andrew, and we'll be back with Andrew next week to see what he thinks of Paddington in Peru. It's time in this programme, Saturday evening programme, to go to the Met Office for the Saturday evening weather forecast, and this week we are joined by Greg Dewhurst.
Hello there, welcome to your latest Met Office forecast. I'm going to start by looking at the next 7 days. We've had a lot of cold and grey weather over the past week or so, but as we go through next week, temperatures are set to climb quite widely across the UK. As we get towards the middle and end part of next week, temperatures will be in double figures. So a few days of cold weather still to come. Southeasterly winds dragging in a lot of cloud and some cold weather as well, the risk of some rain and snow in places. The Atlantic weather systems do approach at the beginning of next week, particularly across the north and the west of the UK, giving the risk of rain and snow at times. So do stay tuned to the forecast, as there could be some local disruption, particularly across northern parts of the UK. But a fairly quiet end to Saturday. Still some sleet and snow across East Anglia, petering away as we head into the early hours. A lot of cloud across many parts of the country. Still some clear skies across parts of the Highlands and Western Isles here, and a few clear spells developing across Wales and the West Country as well. But overall, grey and damp for many, taking us into Sunday morning. Temperatures still on the chilly side, hovering close to freezing. Some icy stretches possible. Wintry showers across the east still, particularly across Scotland, giving some icy stretches here. But overall, grey start once again to Sunday. A few glimmers of brightness across the southwest and also northwest as well. Here, Scotland getting away with plenty of sunny spells through the day. The best of the weather once more. Weather fronts bringing outbreaks of patchy rain to Northern Ireland. Still a feed of showers pushing up into eastern and northeastern parts of Scotland. Wintry over the hills. The rest of the UK a little drier compared to Saturday, but the cloud thick enough for some light rain and drizzle at times, and also there could be some hill fog in places too, so quite gloomy. A few glimmers of brightness for a few, and perhaps some eastern coast of England as well, seeing a few brighter spells. Those winds, though, coming in from the southeast, a cold direction, 4, 5, 6 Celsius at best, perhaps 8 or 9, locally 10 towards the far southwest of England. Into the evening time, further weather systems bringing rain across Northern Ireland into then western parts of Scotland. Are there any clear skies, temperatures dropping away, some frost developing in places as winds drop light, particularly across central and eastern areas, a few mist and fog patches forming in between, but most places generally cloudy still, a few spots of light rain where the cloud is thickest, and temperatures again close to freezing, perhaps below where we see the clearest skies, leading to some frost and icy stretches taking us into Monday morning. So a great start for many on Monday. There'll be some mist and fog patches slow to clear, but they should lift and break. And I'm hopeful there'll just be a few more breaks in the cloud through Monday to allow some sunny spells to develop, but lots of places generally staying cloudy. This weather front is likely to push in a bit quicker than the graphics show, so giving some rain to Northern Ireland, but particularly across Scotland later on in the day, we'll see some outbreaks of rain, some hill snow too, which will continue into Tuesday and perhaps see some snow to lower levels too. So it is something to watch as we head through Monday and into Tuesday. There could be some disruption. The wind's still coming in from the south to southeast, so still particularly chilly across central and eastern areas. Something milder trying still to flirt with western coast of England and Wales, 7 to 10 Celsius at the very best here. So an unsettled end to the weekend into the beginning of next week across the northwest of the UK. Could be some disruption through Monday and Tuesday, so something to keep a close eye on as we move through the forecast over the coming few days. And more information on this can be found on our social media channels. See you again soon.
Thank you very much there, Greg. And yes, that's what the weather's in store. Looking at the local picture this coming week, cool at the start of the week, getting milder as the week goes on, and sunny spells, a bit of rain today and into tomorrow, and then the rain returns again next weekend. Hopefully not too bad though. Certainly be nice if it warmed up a little bit. It's been quite chilly with that wind as well the last few days. Now, looking at our What's On, starting with Weymouth Pavilion. Beyond the Barricade, 16th of February, 20th of February, Jurassic Earth, the best live dinosaur show. 23rd of February, Ronnie Scott's Jazz Club. 28th of February, Country Roads, one night of country classics. And the 1st of March, Alistair McGowan and Jasper Carrott. They are also introducing films to Weymouth Pavilion. And I think the first film night is coming up soon. And I think they have a poll out to decide what film people want shown. I think it was Ghostbusters was one of the choices. I can't remember the others off the top of my head. But do pop along to the Weymouth Pavilion website and I'm sure you will find the information there. Their website is weymouthpavilion.com. The box office 01305 783 225. Now, looking at the Nothe has started World War II week. This week. It's opened today and runs through to next Sunday. Learn about Weymouth in World War II as everyone travels back to the World War II era. Complete wartime activities and collect job stamps as you find out all about World War II at the fort. Activities include soldier school, special forces abseiling, wall climbing and more. Then at the start of March, the 8th and 9th of March, they've got their Science Weekend. You can join them celebrating British Science Week at the Nothe Fort, and they'll be hosting fun and immersive Science Weekend full of activities and demonstrations for all the family to enjoy. It's going to include Forces of the Fort from Fun Science and the Smells of the Fort by Aroma Prime. Special Operations Executive Sciences by John the Mad Scientist. There we go. Then 22nd to the 23rd of March is the Victorian Children's Weekend. Again, you'll go back in time to the Victorian era. And then Hidden Secrets of the Cold War, also on Saturday, the 22nd of March. You can join them on a special tour to learn about the secret system that was put in place during the Cold War era. Come and join the family-friendly and knowledgeable team of volunteers for a unique insight into this much-loved Victorian fort was secretly converted into a local council emergency control centre for the latter part of the Cold War. Now, more information on all of those things are on the Nothe Fort website at nothefort.org.uk. Looking to Arts Reach, 18th of February, Wonderful World at the Mowlam Theatre Swanage. 27th of February, Music for Cows at Shipton Gorge. 8th of March, The Ghost of a Smile at Powerstock Hut. Those and lots more shows and activities available throughout Dorset. More information and for buying tickets, the website is artsreach.co.uk. artsreach.co.uk. And finally, church services tomorrow. 8 o'clock communion at All Saints Church, White Regis, 9:30 at All Saints Church, White Regis, and 11 o'clock at St Edmund's Lane House. Now, all we have left to tell you about is our quiz tonight at 7:30 online, as it is every Saturday evening. All are welcome. It's free. It's family friendly there for the whole community. You'd be most welcome to join us. The stream will go live about 7:20 so that we can start promptly at 7:30. Doesn't really matter if you're an expert in quizzes. If you get 0 out of 10 or 10 out of 10, it doesn't really matter. It's all for fun. And if you don't know the answers, then maybe you're learning things, which I do every week because I'm not particularly good at the questions. So every week I'm learning new things, which is also good as well. Now that brings us to the end of this week's programme. As ever, if you've got any news or events or anything else you want us to share with the community here in White Regis, Weymouth and Poulton, South Dorset and beyond, then do drop us a line at news@whiteregis.tv. news@whiteregis.tv. Andrew and I are always happy to hear from you with anything that you wish to share with us. Other than that, it remains just for me to say have a good weekend and a good week ahead, particularly if you are off school or work this week because of half term. Enjoy your break, and I'll be back with you at 6 o'clock next Saturday. Good night.